Can you hear me now? No. Come on. Test? Test? I don't think the audio works on this anymore. Maybe? Oh, okay. I can just use the, audio coming in from my laptop, rather. Alright. Mr. Man, could you check my stream to see if you can actually hear me or not? Alright, thank you. It's nice to have somebody on the team to help out when we have technical issues. Like I said, it's just been one of those days. It's sort of funny though, thinking about it, because I was so nervous about the stream and having everything go right, or if anything goes wrong, and literally everything went wrong. And now that it has happened, it's not that big a deal. But I feel like that's anxiety for you. It's gonna be this huge mess and disaster, but in actuality, if something does come up that you weren't anticipating or that you were, not hoping for, it's not as big a deal as your brain makes it out to be. I will say though, the one thing I am excited to try out with this series are the colors, because my very first Inktober, as you can see, it was just all black ink. I don't even think I did any shading with markers or anything like that. And I am trying to go into a more colorful direction with my artwork. I like very bright, very pastel feel. So I also want these monster girls to feel like that, even though it is a Halloween type theme. Since it's the monster girls, I still want it to feel very Rosette Studio. So now we're just adding the lock on her choker. Oh, why did I do these chains? I did a lot of practice working on chains with the werewolf piece because she had that type of jewelry, and so I had to end up looking at a couple of different references to get the look that I wanted, because I don't know, it's just one of those things where you think that like I have a pretty good idea of how a chain is structured. It's just little circles that interlock. But I could not figure it out for the life of me when I was trying to draw this originally. And so, thank God for reference images. I could just see, oh, that's much simpler than I was trying to make it out to be. Not that I'm any better now. What happened here? I think I just sort of linked it like so. I really wish I could have played my little spooky music playlist. I made one that you can see over on my like personal sort of Instagram page, and that's just called Alexis Ardor. But I made an October playlist, which was actually a lot of fun to do. I got to revisit a lot of oldies but goldies, in my opinion. And it just got me thinking about how different songs carry the different emotions and how they make you feel and things like that. Like, I picked songs that fit October, so spooky, but I didn't want anything that was like, I don't know, like stereotypical if you think of spooky songs, Monster Mash, that kind of stuff. I wanted songs that felt spooky, not just Halloween songs. But I don't know. I ended up finding a lot more music than I originally thought I was going to find that could fit that. And there were even ones that I ended up not adding to that list that I ended up posting over on my personal page. And now that I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, oh wait, I could have added that song or that song. Like one of the songs, I think it's by Delta Bottom, and it's just called Bottom of the River, I think. And just, I love that song so much. It has such a good spooky sort of vibe. It's, I guess, acoustic, and it just has this one woman with a very deep sort of soulful voice singing it, and it just gives me chills every time I listen to it. It's so good. I haven't listened to it in a while though, and I just remembered it today when I was thinking about that playlist. But I don't know. If you guys have any spooky song recommendations, definitely let me know. And I'm trying to think, it was another one. Like a spooky sounding song, even though it's not necessarily, like the lyrics themselves aren't necessarily creepy or anything like that. I would definitely say would be the song by Hey Violet, that's like Lovers Do, or Lovers Do, I think is the name of the song. And it has that it's sort of like the Calliope carousel carnival kind of music, and instant spooky chills. I just like thinking of music. It's really fun to make up songs. I've always wanted to make my own music videos and things like that, or animations. Maybe one day I will, but then that would mean having to pick one song to do, and that's almost impossible. What am I doing here? Oh, I think I made a real funky chain when I was still trying to figure out what I was doing, but I didn't change the sketch to reflect that. Whoops. Okay, I think I want this one to be visible on all ends, like that. And then moving on to the other chains. This one is super long. What happened here? Hold on. Just like this one chain link is the size of like 3. I'd say that's one thing that I really want to work on as I go through this challenge. Is just how to draw better details that are simplified but still recognizable. Things like chains and lace can be quite a pain to draw, but I always feel like it just adds such a, just like a nice little detail, such a finish to artwork, that I find myself adding all of these little touches here and there. But then I get frustrated when they end up not making as big a difference as I had hoped. It doesn't look as spectacular in the finished piece because it all just looks very muddy in the end. So that's one thing I want to work on. I've also been having a lot of fun working on different poses and really pushing the limits on those. Ooh. Oh, I forgot which side the next part was coming in from. Like I said, chains are very hard for me to draw. There's just something so comforting about monster girls during October. Like, I honestly could just draw them every single time. Although, I am afraid that would get a little bit boring for other people to see, but not me. I just love the look so much. But then, I've always been fascinated with just like mythology and fantasy creatures. So, I guess it's not a big wonder how I ended up absolutely falling in love with the whole monster girl sort of trend. Is that what it can even be called? Although I don't know what type I would say is my favorite. Just adding her little cami under her sweater. Alright, and now to move on to all of these lovely padlocks. I figured an homage to the Christmas ghosts would be a little okay. Considering I feel like Halloween is just Christmas for people who say that they don't like Christmas. One more padlock. I have an iPad Pro which comes with this really nifty feature of allowing the Apple Pencil to turn into an eraser and back to whatever brush you're using with a double tap method, but sometimes it just doesn't want to work for me. Maybe I just have really light fingers, but then I'm so scared of messing up my very expensive Apple Pencil, I don't want to just break it. Oops, do want an S circle. Although when it does work, it is very useful. Ugh. Alright, so let's finish up with her hair, and then we can move on to her little ghost pals. Spirit pals? I like spirits. I like to think maybe that the spirits were like pets in a past life, just the little ones. They like to cause just a little mischief. Although sometimes I wonder if that's what it is when people hear things like poltergeist and stuff. That maybe it was just ghost dog bumping into the table. Or probably a ghost cat. Is ghost cat more likely? I think it is. Certain cats are just vindictive enough to come back and haunt you. Just realized I have all of these strands for like the pieces around the front of her face, and then this area is just all empty. Why did I do that? Whoops. That's not as curved as I want it to be, but that will have to do. Oh my goodness. I just want smooth waves. There we go. Das ist besser. And now to just draw little ghostly commas. The spookiest of commas. I will say I did not realize just how janky my circles and curves and shapes were until I started using Procreate, and it has these really cool little tools which will help you make perfect circles and arcs and things like that. But definitely hurt my feelings. I would think I got a pretty good shape going, but then I'll flip on the tool that Procreate uses and it just wasn't even close. And that's going to be a sad little circle. Make sure the layers go together. Oh, it's sad, but they're just going to have little downturn, kind of droopy eyes. And then I want the other one to have a much more mischievous face. Or mischievous, depending on how you prefer to pronounce it. don't really know where I got this from. I think it was the show Danny Phantom that had this sort of bubbly aura around its ghosts. I could be wrong, but it was something that I saw as a kid and was like, yep, that's tight, and I started using it and never looked back. There's just something so fun about these little bubbly shapes. So I definitely like to add my little ghosty glow to my ghost girl for Drawtober. I think this one looks a little bit like a snowman. Why is my pencil doing this funky stuff? I probably need to get a new nib at this point. I've been drawing with my new iPad for a while now, actually. It's probably telling me that it's time, but my wallet is telling me that you can hold out a little longer. Oops. Aw, thank you, Cherry. Alright. Do I want to add in the eye? I think I'll add in a little line work for the eye. But I usually tend to color it in to match with the rest of the pupil. But we'll see. Now that the line art is done, we can move on to coloring. Okay. Oops. So for this background, I've done yellow and purple. Let's make it something pink or maybe green. Green would be cute for a little ghost. And then, oops. Let's make our ghost girl blue. Probably the monoline, because I'm just trying to lay down some flat colors now. And now I wanted to have a sort of light green ectoplasm type halo around her in the little bubbly area that I mentioned earlier. So that's going to be green. I feel like the blue would be a nice complement to that. I also think I want this blue to be the same as her eye color. I just want to work with a nice simple palette because I'm still trying to figure out if I like this palette that I've made or not. Oh no, did I do that all on the same layer? I did. What a day, I swear. Let's try that again. I'll just fill in this whole chunk because it's gonna be sweater anyways. I think I want her eyes the same color and maybe her mouth. And a lighter blue for the teeth. Although comparatively it looks pretty white. Ooh, there we go. I'm thinking a little pop of pink. Let's go for a dark pink though, because I don't think I've used this too much yet. Oh wait, did I do that on the same layer? I did! Boo! I should really double check before I place my pencil down. Ooh, and I wonder if I can make... Ooh, that'll be cute. If I make her little chains rainbow linked. I think I saw some on, was it Kawaii Aesthetics Shop on Instagram? And if you're not following them, you should definitely check them out. But they're these really cute, chunky rainbow chains that they sometimes use for their jewelry. And I think I want to do that for our little ghost girl. I just feel like that would be a lot more fun and colorful than some boring basic silver chains. So let me see. I want to first of all shade in her eyebrows before I forget, like I already have. And then, what do I do here? Let's just add in a different color for each chain. I'm gonna hide the sweater layer because I want to use this pink as my red, I guess. And then, let's see, what do we have here? We'll use a yellow. And then green. Oh, you can hardly see that because the background is green. There we go. Let's put the background back for now and move on to the light blue. And then the purple. And I think I'm going to change that reddish pink to this one that's just a plain pink right in the middle. Oh no, did I really do that? I didn't realize that I had green there and I totally put the purple on top of the green that I had just painted. Whoops. Like, that doesn't look like enough colors. Where is my brain today? Okay, so then we've added the purple chain. And I did it again. Okay, the purple one goes down here. I also forgot to draw in a bit of the link. So I'm just gonna color that in right there and add it in. Perfect, like it never happened. Alright, so back to our little rainbow. Blue, green, purple. I think that's how it goes. I'm pretty sure that's how rainbows work. It's only 5 colors, but like I said before, I'm trying to stick with a more limited kind of palette. And so if I count these correctly, I should just be able to fill this all in. Yellow, blue, green, purple. I don't have to fill in that shade of blue. But you need to finish shading in the yellow. And last but not least, we will fill in the purple and hope that I like the end result. I think I'll make her little choker purple too, because that should pop against that really hot pink on her sweater. Let me just, yeah, nah. I'll think about it. And then now that we have these chains, that we should also jazz up just a little bit. Well, I think I want to make them more pastel. So let's go in with the pink from this side. And that's, oh Lord, what was it? It's pink, yellow, blue, green, purple, pink. Then yellow, blue, green, purple, pink. I have missed so many links. Oh my gosh. Yellow, blue, green, purple, pink. I'll just leave it. Ghosts don't have to apply to the laws of physics, they're ghosts. And I kind of want to start it in the middle. Actually, can I make this chain the darker pink one? Yeah. We'll make one of the chains match the chain on her neck. So we'll go pink, yellow, blue, green, purple. And then pink here. Okay. I think that should be good. And if not, we'll just deal with that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So we got pink, yellow, blue, green, purple, pink, yellow. And this is the darker shade, the middle shade. Do we have it? Yeah, we do have that pale yellow. Love it. that one just sort of disappears apparently. But I also think I want that light yellow to be the shade of the sports bra that she's wearing underneath her sweater. It's all about the contrast. And the pastel blue. That's not the pastel one. This is the pastel one. And then this is the piece that just needs to be regular green. All right. Now we just need our purples. And then this one, I think we're just gonna go with these darker variations. Oh yeah, that's really cute. So I think her keys are also gonna be different colors, and her locks. We'll do a bright yellow one up here. And unless it doesn't want to show up because I'm on the wrong one. Let's see, we need a green key. Let's do a pink one down here. It's definitely giving Caboodle or Polly Pocket. Like, I don't know, with the little colorful keys and the colorful details and the colorful chains. Like, it seems very plasticky to me, and that just reminds me of those Caboodles and the 90s toys like Polly Pocket, where you would open this and something magical appears. A lot of fun back then. We'll make this yellow to contrast with all of her blue going on. And actually, now I think about it, I think I maybe want to make one of these pieces blue instead, because then I can add that color onto one of the locks or keys that's actually on her body, and it'll actually show up as something different. Let's see here in that green. And then we'll do a light purple maybe, or just a regular purple piece. Now for the little spirits, I think I do want to make them this little purple pals with this darker color, and then have their eyes be a lighter sort of color. And then I want their eyes to be super light. And then we just need to finish up with some white. Okay, and then I think I want to go with this light green for the little ectoplasm-y shell we got going on. Oh, but I also want to make these lines actually ectoplasm-y green, which is an actual name of a color. Okay. So let me just invert the selection so all of the line work I do want to change. And then fill the layer. Oh, that looks pretty cool just like that. Oh, maybe I don't want to. Let me see. Where did I? Oh, I put it down there. I think I'll keep going with this, and then if I end up not wanting it to be so bold, oops, then I can just lighten it or get rid of it completely. But I think I want to see the effect of it bordering her in this lighter color. Don't want to forget the bubbles. Alright, moment of truth. Okay, I think I do like this little look. Maybe make it just a little less. Ah, yeah, there you go. Alright, I definitely like that effect with it just being a light screen of color rather than it blending into the work as well. Alright. And I think as far as line work goes, since I'm on this subject, I want these guys to have a similar effect with their faces. I don't know why this sad little spirit just makes me smile so much. I love his face. I'll just fill in those fuzzy bits that don't show up really well. It's just an effect because of the type of brush that I'm using. Alright, so there are our flat colors all done, and I think I'm going to stop the stream there for now because it is time for me to go ahead and eat something. So thank you all so much for coming to see my live stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. Oh, and I did forget a little circle way in the back there. Hold on. It's not ending until all the colors are done. We must finish. Ah, there we go. Okay, now it's done. Thank you guys so much for coming to see me stream, and hopefully the one on Thursday will have a much sooner starting time. Sorry about the different technical issues we were having, but that's just live streaming and working things out. So Thursday is going to be the next stream for the next Monster Girl, and thank you all so much for coming. Hope to see you all then at 3:30 p.m. and that is Eastern Standard Time. Bye!